Okay.
First of all,
Yeah, look like a Muay Thai fighter. Okay. Okay.
so
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Listen, this whole thing started with Vic. It was this small. We were just critiquing him and just showing alternate moves. The problem is that he was gearing this towards women's self-defense, and we take that very, very seriously. I've been training law enforcement for a long time. I've been doing women's self-defense. It's really actually where I started when I started training people, was for women. So seeing these moves and they're just not being applicable, I have a real problem with that. Touches me. I'm very sensitive. I have a daughter. I would never ever teach my daughter any of the moves that Vic Lashley's teaching women. So that's where this started. Now he's blocked Donnie. We just continue, like it's just rolling on. Now he's calling us cowards. So what we're gonna do now is every video that he posts, we're gonna pick apart and chew it up, spit it out, and just completely, debunk this guy. So every video that he makes that shows poor technique, we're just gonna expose him. The problem that I have with this video here with the knees is that he's actually he's not stopping. He's recording, he's praising him. He's actually praising him for poor technique. He's praising him. He's like cheering him on. He sounds more like a cheerleader to him than his coach. So it just bothers me that here he is with one of his students that probably pays a membership here, and he's teaching him horrible technique. And not only is he teaching him horrible technique, but he's actually cheering him on as if he's doing a good thing. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna chop this apart. We're gonna teach you guys the right way. And to the student that was actually throwing the knees, if Vic was selling this as a cardio kickboxing program like Tai Bo or what's that guy's name? Richard Simmons. If he was selling this as a Tai Bo or as a Richard Simmons workout plan, no problem, you would not hear anything from us. But the fact that he's selling this as the next Muay Thai fighter, that's crazy.
All right, so first and foremost, what I have to say is, Vic Lashley, you are a fraud, and for you to call us cowards, and you're not gonna come here and show us that we're cowards. You're just gonna tell us that we're cowards. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna lose any sleep at night. To the guy throwing the knee in the video, you have a lot of power despite not having the greatest technique, and that's not your fault. That's Vic Lashley's fault for teaching you the wrong things. Today we're going to teach you exactly what to do, how to do it, and why Vic Lashley is wrong for teaching you how to do the things the way that you're doing them. It's just wrong, all right?
Sorry, bro. Vic, I heard you say in the video that we've got our next Muay Thai fighter. Please do me a favor. I've been coaching guys for over a decade now. Please, on your next video, post some of your Thai fighters that you put in the ring. Post some of your MMA victories in the cage. Post some of your boxing wins at any point. I'll go ahead and put one here. And I'll go ahead and put one here. So, yeah, I want to see some of your credentials. I hear all this Wing Chun stuff, and that's cool, man. Good for you. Sell yourself as a Wing Chun guy. Don't sell yourself as Southpaw boxing. Don't sell yourself as, sell yourself as Salat Whack Job Bullshido. Don't sell yourself as a Muay Thai coach. Don't have MMA on the wall of your academy. Don't have BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai kickboxing, or boxing on those windows of your school, because I'm telling you right now, you're lying, bro. You're lying.
Okay, guys. This all started because I made a comment, and yeah, it was a little smart-assed, but it was in jest. It was lighthearted, when I said it, that techniques like this will get you abducted. That was the exact comment that I made. It would not have escalated to this if it wasn't for Vic coming back at me and basically saying, leave it to the professionals, the real experts. When he said that, it was basically saying, be quiet, son, sit down, son, adults are talking. I felt like that was pretty rough. And knowing that I'm looking at techniques that are completely, he might as well be hitting with a Kamehameha.
Ka me ka me. Please don't break any more planets.
That's about how real this shit is. Okay, you'll lose me when you start dive rolling through multiple opponents and like it's okay. I'll just take my thumb and stick in his ear and then kiss him on the mouth and he'll go away. He'll get scared. He'll go away. You know, like it's just bullshit. Then when he calls us cowards and makes the comment, keyboard warriors and cowards always feel secure because of the distance. Close the gap, buddy. Close the gap. Anytime, name the date, the time, the place, and we are more than willing to legal. Everything will be great. We'll put gloves on and we'll see what our guys can do and what your guys can do. A legal sanction fight at any moment, anytime. Also, he's kind of a dick.
There's one thing I know how to throw, it's a fucking knee!
That's not even how he was holding it, bro.
Okay, no, we're doing first of all, okay, are we recording?
Yeah.
This is how he was holding it like this, I believe. Straight up and down, like a ceiling instead of a wall. Okay? So, this knee is going to the body. Okay? If their body is like this, then we could drill. Then we could drill with the kick shield like that. But the body is straight up and down. Okay? So here's how the guy was throwing the knee in the video. Hands out like a zombie. I can't even do it wrong. He was throwing his knee straight up. Okay, there's problems with this. There's a lot of problems with this technique. So first of all, if we're going to use a kick shield, it needs to be straight up and down. This emulates a body much better. It's more of a wall, okay? Now that we're holding the kick shield properly, we could do the technique more properly, okay? First of all, that's not a tie clinch. You do not have optimum control by holding the shoulders. A tie clinch is a plumb. We're grabbing at the top of the head for maximum leverage. I want to keep my elbows in nice and tight and close them against his face so that I have control, okay? So when I'm entering the clinch, I'm not coming from here like a zombie and grabbing it. I'm coming in tight, straight from my guard and grabbing. Now when I'm in the tie clinch, I want to be nice and close to my opponent so that he doesn't have equal opportunities for his knees. I create the distance when I'm ready to throw the knee. So first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to push away, create the distance, and then I throw the knee, okay? With this knee, I'm taking my heel, I'm bringing it to my butt, I'm going to point my toes to sharpen that angle of the knee, okay? So, knee up, point the toes of the knee, I'm going to push away, pull into the knee. Now you notice, I am not going straight up with the knee, because if, say I'm right here, if I go straight up with the knee, I lose range. If I drive in with the knee, it's going to do more damage and I have better range. It's a push, pull with the hands. Push away, pull in. Okay? Much more violent, much more effective. So now, what I prefer much more, if you're going to teach Muay Thai, is Thai pads. Exactly what they're designed for, okay? These nice RDX Thai pads even have a nice little target for you, all right? To hit right in the middle. So, Donnie's gonna hold just like this with the Thai pad. Now, the clinch, you don't typically want to come out like this. There's a lot of counters. If it's MMA or self-defense, this is what a wrestler wants you to do. A wrestler will counter that quickly. Maybe we'll cover a little bit of that. But I like to enter the tie clinch with some strikes just to distract them and to close the distance and enter a nice tie clinch. So we'll say, for example, we'll keep it simple, 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm gonna reach behind that head, grab them, pull them in. Now I control the range when I want to strike. I'm going to push. I'm going to pull them straight into that knee. Pull them straight into that knee. Boom. Pull it. Ankle. Pull it. That's how you throw a knee with control and power. In addition to that, with this tie clinch, it makes it uncomfortable and makes it a little bit more difficult to breathe. Okay, there's a lot of vital organs and arteries around here that can complicate it. Okay, so another part is if you're a real Thai fighter in a real Thai gym, you're gonna have body shields. Okay, this is great for the person even that's receiving the strikes because it's good for conditioning. So if you're training Thai fighters, this is the way to go. Okay, so I'm right here. Boom, I could really apply some real power to these knees and give Donnie some conditioning along the way. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the atrocious grip that Vic Lashley had his student doing. Right here, I just don't have much control. If he's a wrestler, so come back, if he's a wrestler, he's just gonna push my arm straight up. He's gonna change levels. He's going to take me down. He could, if he puts both of his arms, I could come in, arm drag. It's just a wrestler's dream.
Arm drag's there all day.
Yeah, arm drag's there all day. That's actually how we drill the arm drag and learn to do it in wrestling. So it's a wrestler's dream. Self-defense, very unpractical, not enough control, too many counters, too many loopholes with that grip. So a more practical grip again is the Thai plum. Okay? Again, hands are oversecting, top of the head, crown of the head. I have my elbows pinched. And this is a better focal point for control. Wherever his head goes, his body has to go. I like to take my forearm and my elbows, dig it into his collarbone as I turn my hands. This is where I can have control. This is where I can get him off balance. I get him thinking about his balance and his footing. Boom. And as I'm turning him, that's when I can start throwing my knees. Okay? So if I'm just here linear and I'm just straight up throwing a knee without that control, without him thinking about his base and his balance, it's going to be an inefficient technique. It's not going to work. Okay? So always grab that Thai clinch high. You can control. You can move. You can put your knees, you can put your hips into it. You can drive your hips into it. You can drive straight in like a punch. In addition to this, it's good because now our partner has free hands.